All right, good morning. Do we have the cameras rolling, Jackson? All right. we think we may be on YouTube. Search Out of Bounds Sports. Hopefully we do. Good morning. Welcome in. I'm your host, Bo Bounds. We are the Out of Bounds Show. Brought to you by Bet50 Play 40. Golden Moon Casino, Sportsbook, and Lounge. And award-winning Dancing Rabbit Golf Club. Bet50 Play 40. That started April 1st. We're ESPN 105.9 The Zone. We've got our friend Josh Raggio in studio, Raggio Mercantile Shop in Raymond. And he just got back from the Astros-Yankees opening day in Houston. So we're going to talk about that and then some of the fun, super cool stuff that he's been doing and some of the things that he has, like the turtle boxes and craft beer and cigars. And I saw some kind of Rawlings wallet or something that on Instagram, which, by the way, you want to follow Raggio Mercantile Shop on Instagram, and then Raggio Custom Calls. Yeah, on Instagram. So, good morning. Welcome in. I hate to mix it all up, but it's kind of a football Friday mixed in with some baseball, and then we've got the Final Four in March Madness. Ole Miss lost last night, but I'm not going to go over that right now, and probably not even in the second hour because we're having fun here on a Friday. The weather's good, and we're excited that you're with us. Now, the show is driven by your next John Deere tractor from any Ag Up equipment dealership, including Canton and Pearl, if I'm pointing the right way if you're watching, and I don't know if I am. But John Deere, America's tractor to manage your 50 to 150 acres. Ag Up equipment. Now, the text line is 601-885-3776. And we're giving away 2 rounds of golf to Dancing Rabbit Golf Club because it's going to be 69 degrees today, and the weather's good tomorrow. Throw on a pullover, go have some fun. They've invested a lot of money in both courses, the Azaleas and the Oaks. And then also Dancing Rabbit Clubhouse, where I've stayed a couple of times since they renovated it. So bet 50, play 40 at Golden Moon Casino, Sportsbook, and Lounge, and Dancing Rabbit Golf Club. Just shoot us a text, your favorite beer, what you're going to watch this weekend, and I need you to be subscribed to either Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Just take a screenshot. Enter via the text line 601-885-3776, and we'll pick a winner. All right, Josh Raggio in the house. You can watch us on YouTube. Search Out of Bounds Sports. Raggio's wearing a Sitka hoodie and a Sitka hat. What's up, dude?
What's up, man?
Did you were you hauling you know what up here?
Yeah, I was.
I got the sense when you
I can barely talk right now.
You know, when you were coming up the stairs, I got a sense that you came in on 2 wheels.
I did. I like that cup you're drinking out of, by the way.
Thanks, buddy. A good friend of mine and who has a really cool store in Raymond, Mississippi gave it to me.
Yeah.
This is my cup every day.
That's sweet. We still have a few of those left, by the way. Yeah. So you know what's funny? I think the last couple of years I've been here during the Final Four.
Have you really?
Well, do you remember the story about you asking me who I was going to pick that year? And I looked it up, and I looked up
That's right.
the women's Final Four from the year before.
Yes.
So I wasn't even on the same year that I was supposed to be picking from.
That was so good.
And it was the women's.
Yes. Last year, Blake and I were in here. And
Was that last year?
He did. Jackson, he didn't pick a team that was in the Final Four. We were talking men's. He picked somebody who was in the women's Final Four from the year before. It was awesome.
Yeah. Shows how much I like basketball.
Yeah. He's locked in this weekend,
I'm
man.
locked in. Is it this weekend?
Is that okay. This weekend? NC State, Purdue tomorrow, and then UConn and Alabama. Raggio is just he's bet it 6 different ways. He's got a 16 parlay.
I do.
Or 16 bet, not 16. 6 bet parlay, whatever. Anyway,
it's only 2 games, bro.
It's only 2 games.
How can that
tomorrow
be?
night.
How that be a 16?
I know.
parlay?
I was like, that doesn't make sense. but you know, you can go over under on players.
Oh yeah, that's true. You're right.
So
yeah,
if a player's at 20.5 points, you can bet. You know, below. Yeah,
I'm aware.
Yeah. I don't have to walk him through betting. There's not many guys you do.
But yeah, every so you want to know who I'm going to take this year? Because I actually looked it up on the way up here.
Okay, not the women's.
Oh, I don't think I'll.
Okay, all right, okay, good.
All right, so who are you taking?
Taking Bama.
Okay.
Okay.
Taking Bam.
That's a good flyer pick.
Look, Spears is
Very
one of my
good.
favorite players. Not that you would know who he is, but, that's
Yeah,
good.
mine too, man. Yeah, he's a baller.
That's
Definitely a baller. That's why I'm picking Alabama.
When were you in Houston?
Okay, last week was opening day. So Thursday was opening day.
Okay.
So we flew out. There's a direct flight.
Hold on.
to
For our
Houston.
listeners, he went to Astros, Yankees. Raggio's good friends with Snitker. What's Snitker's first name?
Troy. He's a hitting coach. Yeah,
Brian is his dad.
correct. Manager for the Braves.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Snitker's the pitching coach for the Astros.
Hitting coach.
Hitting coach. And Raggio was there when they won the World Series
I was like 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. You were there for opening day last Thursday.
Yeah, so we've been to a World Series game, playoff game, regular season game. But I've never been to opening day, and we only got so many opening days left. So my son just turned 7. He's never been to a game, and he's never flown. And I thought, it's the
Cool.
Yankees. It's
Yeah.
in Houston. Let's do it. Why not? So kind of last minute, booked a plane ticket, one-way flight, and thought we were going to be able to get on the field for opening day for BP, and that didn't work out. They don't let anybody on the field opening day, kind of like playoffs and World Series. But that second day, that Friday night game, we got on the field, and Troy came and grabbed. We were sitting behind or standing behind the batting cage, on the field as they're taking BP, and Troy was gracious enough to come grab him and took him over, and he's fist bumping, Altuve and Bregman,
Nice.
and he just stands there at the cage during BP.
That's dope.
And I was like, wow, okay, this is what my son thinks Major League Baseball is going to be like every time he goes to a
Yeah.
game.
Hey, that's-
He had something to tell his class when he got back to school.
He did. What was funny is, so we told him 2 days before, and so the next day I said, hey, did you tell your buddies where you're going? He's like, yeah, I told him I was getting on a plane.
That's a big deal when you're a kid.
Well, yeah.
huge.
He had no concept of what he was, from a game standpoint, he had no concept of what he was about to be able to go look at and watch. And
Right.
like just the enormity of it. When you walk in a any MLB stadium, it takes my breath away still. Any stadium I walk in when you're on field level, it's amazing. And they do a great job on putting on a show.
It's awesome.
loud.
I agree.
Gosh, loud in there. I asked Troy, it was so beautiful. I said, Troy, why don't they open the roof, for these couple of games? And because it's always 68 degrees in there when the roof's closed. He said the players don't like it. He said they like the roof closed. One, for the noise. They like the height. It is
Well,
loud.
that makes sense.
yeah, they
Dude.
got to be able to hit the trash can so everybody can hear.
Dude, it's right.
I had to.
Jackson
Oh,
Meadows.
man, are we not past that?
No, we're not
God,
past
man.
that.
It's really electric, and it is a stadium. If you haven't been to, you need to go visit.
I gotta
it's
go.
close. 6 hours if you drive.
I'm not
Direct
driving.
flight.
How
Yeah,
far?
yeah. Southwest. But yeah, it was amazing. Just got to do the whole experience, and he hung in there. 7-year-old. We were up at 4 for flights, and up all night for dinner, and
Yeah. Adrenaline.
adrenaline, and got home Saturday, and
So you went to
he
2
crashed.
games.
Yeah, we did Thursday, Friday.
Okay.
If we're gonna go, we're gonna at least hit 2.
Absolutely.
So Friday night game. So I got to go see, a couple. I have some friends in Houston. One who also owns a mercantile store that I'd never been to. I follow on Instagram, and had always wanted to go see it in person. And so I got to go visit that, kind of see how he does things.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was awesome. We have a lot of similar products and kind of the same vibe when you walk in there. So yeah, it was a heck of a trip.
Josh Raggio Mercantile Shop, Raymond, Mississippi, joining us on the Out of Bounds show. You can watch the show right now. Go to YouTube, search Out of Bounds Sports. Now, have you been turkey hunting, and if so, have you killed a turkey?
Yes, and yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so opening day was March 15th, whenever that was. That was a couple of Thursdays or Fridays ago.
Yeah.
And I went by myself. I haven't killed a turkey in 2 years. And taken a lot of people, and it just hadn't happened. That's why I call it hunting, not killing. But it's by myself.
Good point.
And I won't go through the whole story, but I did a little reel after I pulled the trigger, because that's when you get like that true raw just emotion.
Yeah.
it's cool. And Yeah, so I was excited. Got one opening day. Been twice this week. You know, we were kind of trying to line this deal up, and I guess I need to get my priorities straight. But
Why?
I know.
I haven't yet.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Let's not do too much.
I mean, I almost called you this morning actually, and was like, man, we're gonna have to do this from the phone,
From the turkey stand or
from
whatever
the woods,
you are.
yeah. Because the golly, the weather's perfect. Yeah, y'all text us if you had any luck this morning.
Oh yeah, text us if you've been turkey hunting this morning. 601-885-3776. Are they still out there?
Yeah, but if it happens if it happened right, somebody already has a turkey and is already in the truck
Okay.
on the way back.
Well,
home
I
to get ready
saw
for work.
trucks on the side of the road when I was driving in this morning. I always do.
Yeah,
Because
Man,
there's
it's
guys on the way in.
it's something, and you only get it like if you've done it. There is something about turkey hunting that it's almost like this symbiotic relationship between
Spiritual.
wildlife. Yeah, I mean, like you're trying everything you're trying to get this turkey to do is against his nature.
Right.
You're trying to call him to you, and they gobble for a reason. They want the hens to come to them. So when it all happens and when it happens right, man, it is just so fun. I mean, it just makes your heart just fly out of your chest. I don't want to get too in depth in that, but it is. It's if you're listening and you get it, you understand what I'm talking about. If you're a turkey hunter,
Tanner Allen said the same thing about bow hunting.
I heard that interview actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
He told us that and said that, Cohen or somebody had told him, hey, man, a lot of my best hitters are guys that are avid hunters because that heartbeat can get where it needs to be.
Yeah. And
right before
control
you bow
it.
hunt.
Yeah. Deep breath. You got one chance to make this thing happen. And it's win or lose, pass or fail.
Mm-hmm.
And then, that obviously that relationship goes directly towards hitting or catching a ground ball and throw it to first for the third out, or throwing a third strike or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely understand that.
Josh Raggio in the house. Tell us all right. We talked about the turtle boxes. You've got tell me kind of what for you, the most fun or the top three things are right now in the store as we're in turkey season and spring and so on.
Yeah. So Turtle Box is really good about surprising you with some things. And they just broke out a new color for spring. That's going to be that. I think they're already sold out online. We got some coming. They'll be here beginning of next week. So we'll have those in stock. They'll be a very hot item. We just started carrying cigars and some beers. And so cigars we have two huge humidors. I got to quit ordering cigars because I'm out of space for cigars.
That's a good thing.
Addictive, man. I love buying cigars. I won't go through the whole list. I mean, Rocky Patel.
Hold on. Stop. I've had him on the show. Rocky Patel cigars are great. Go ahead. They are phenomenal cigars. He has the number 2 cigar in Cigar Aficionado right now. Go ahead.
What's the rating on it? Do you know, or the name of it?
I do know it, and I can't pull it right now. The rating was 90. I think he dropped a 94.
Yeah. So Rocky Patel, Leva, we carried the whole Drew Estate, the acid. Like I still like a sweet cigar every now and then. I mean, especially after you kill a turkey in the morning.
Well, Drew Estate, those are some of the best cigars made in the world, and in their line they have Liga Privada. So Drew Estate that's mic drop. Olivas are some of the finest cigars made in the world too. Go ahead.
We have the Cohibas. We actually have Cohibas $5-10 less than retail right now. AJ Fernandez, Perdomo, Nubs, Leafs. Have you had a Leaf?
AJ Fernandez, unbelievable cigars. Go ahead.
Yeah. Have you had a Leaf yet?
I don't think
wrapped in the tobacco leaf.
I've seen them. I haven't had one.
You need one.
Okay.
You need one. And then we carry some like the Pappy cigars.
Yeah.
We did the collab with Pappy.
Yeah.
And so it just
which was awesome.
Yeah. Seems to fit, and they fly off the shelf. The Diesel line.
Yeah.
And then kind of something a little newer, a little different. And then the whole Man of War line.
Okay.
So yeah, and I'm missing some, but those were kind of just the ones that.
Those are quality, really good cigars at Raggio Mercantile Shop in Raymond.
Yeah.
So,
man.
all right, what else we got? As far as gifts, we've got people that want to thank clients, graduation from med school, law school, grad school, college? What's happened?
Yeah, something that's not just doesn't break the bank that a lot of people are wearing now are groove belts.
Mm-hmm.
It's the magnetic click, and then they have a little stretch to them.
Yeah.
I went from wearing a leather belt every day to this belt every day. It doesn't hug or hurt your hip.
Sure.
At the end of the day, just super comfortable. Golly, we got obviously what you were talking about earlier. We got Key City.
Yes. Key City Beer. It's National Beer Day, and you've got Key City Beer out of Vicksburg. Local.
We do.
That's awesome. And you've
We
got
do.
some other beers, but Key City's a great partner of ours. We've got Mississippi Queen on tap, and so I'm glad you have Key City.
We do. We're proud to have them. Yeah, like you mentioned those wallets. So
Those are cool.
yeah, there's a company that takes old baseball gloves and they cut them up and then they make them into wallets. And it still has they put the Rawlings tag back on it. The coolest one I have right now, and it has not sold. It's in the brown leather, and there's a signature on it with a permanent marker on it. I can't read it, but it was obviously somebody's glove that, heck, it could have been a 12-year-old. I don't know, but it could have been a college baseball
Yeah, if
player, or a
anyone
professional
asks,
baseball player.
it was.
You never know.
I mean, if anyone asks,
Well, if anybody asks, it was Ron Says when he was with the Cubs.
there you go.
Or Jackson's when he was at T-ball.
Exactly.
I
Hey, that guy was hitting dingers
dingers.
in minor league.
No kid.
Nah, it was we hit the first dinger for the high school I went to.
You
ever.
hit dingers in your senior year in high school.
I did hit dingers.
How many?
I hit actually I hit two, but I hit two.
Okay.
First time ever the school Mount Salus ever had one outside of the field, outside of the park go out.
I love it. How about that? He hit
Felt
it.
good.
Boy.
Felt good, yeah.
How about that?
Boy.
Teed
Yeah.
off. Had a couple of them.
What,
Man,
what
that's
position
so-
did you play?
We had to play everywhere. But we played. I played catcher. We only had like 12 people on the team, so I
Okay.
played catcher.
So you played catcher
Yeah.
at 6'4".
Yeah, it was well.
Wow.
I
You're
just
6'4"?
Yeah.
gotten up there.
Wow.
He's
You
6'4".
hit a growth spurt.
He
know,
could dunk in high school.
Could you really?
Yeah.
Up until Bo decided to drop a bunch of weight on me. Yeah, it was
He's
right.
lost it since
I
then.
have. I'm gotten back right.
Yeah.
we're
His
gonna go-
first time around with us, he gained 45 pounds.
No.
He was going to
No,
Burgers,
it was-
Blues, and
it
Barbecue
was like that.
every day with Roger. They were
No.
just all in.
He looked good looking 45, but it was
No,
45 nonetheless.
how much do you weigh now? 180?
Yeah, I'm back to 180. Yeah.
He was 225 when he left.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I went from 150 to 195, so I get it.
Hey, it's dang.
I needed it, though.
You feel-
Like, I wear it.
How do you
well.
feel? You feel better?
I wear
yeah,
it
you do. Yeah,
well.
you wear- yeah, you're dang right. Absolutely.
I love it. I love it. Josh Raggio in the house. We're live in the BankPlus studio, out of bounds, ESPN 105.9 The Zone. Raggio is just back from Astros Yankees opening day. He took his 7-year-old there. That's a trip of a lifetime. Went to 2 games. He's friends with Troy Snitker, the hitting coach. His dad is Brian Snitker. We've got the bobblehead, if you're watching right now on YouTube, of Snitker when he was with the M-Braves, but now he's with the Atlanta Braves. So both of them have World Series rings.
They do.
That's
Yeah.
incredible.
Really cool picture of them.
Father,
both,
son.
Both with their rings, too. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hey, and by the way, we're going to lose the Braves.
I know.
Yeah.
They're not only are they an unbelievable partner and client, and I love their new GM the last however many years, 5 years, Pete Lavin, but that stadium's pretty. It's awesome, and we're going to lose them.
Yeah, where I was going with that is, take your kid to a Braves game
Yes.
this year, because we don't realize what we're losing.
I know.
A lot of people don't.
That stadium's awesome.
It's a great experience. A great way
Inexpensive.
to introduce somebody to baseball, a young kid to baseball, because they have a lot of kid-friendly stuff
Yeah.
going on there. So, support them this year. They're not, it's a done deal. They're leaving, but
They're here next week, by the way. They started on the road this week. And we'll be giving away tickets like we did like crazy. Lavin texted me a couple of days ago. We'll be giving away multiple pairs of tickets every day they're here. So we want y'all to go out there, like Raggio said, he nailed it. Take a little person, whatever, enjoy the ballpark this year from now through September 8th or whatever.
yeah, I know it's be chaos, but you can take your whole little league team.
And
They
they
love
do,
it.
and you should.
Yeah.
It's no brainer.
Yeah. We were at the ballpark till 9:30 last night, so we're in that mix now.
Oh, you're in the
yeah.
you're in coach pitch or something. Or
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we're in coach pitch.
Coach pitch.
Yeah.
Cool. You got to get the arm warmed up. Buddy.
Man, I tell you what, we got. I was talking to. So you mentioned
BP.
Seth Smith earlier. That whole class.
Yeah.
I was talking to Bradley Lum last night. He was looking out. Yeah, he pitched Ole Miss. We were looking out, and we got Swayze Waters is our head coach, who kicked professionally, and Tal, who pitched at Millsaps, Tiberius, who was played defensive back, I think, at Ole Miss.
Okay.
They got some good genetics going on.
Yeah, you do.
For a 7-year-old team right now.
Y'all should be loaded.
We were good, man. I was impressed. It was our first game, and it was fun.
Yeah.
Kids did really well.
Do you have the turtle box rolling?
No, I did. That's a great idea.
You got to, man.
You
You got to get, because you were right.
What is
Wendy, I gave it to Wendy last year or the year before for Mother's Day. It's one of her favorite gifts ever. Turtle box from Raggio Mercantile Shop. It's unbelievable. But you said you got to get 2.
Yeah, 2 pair together and give you true surround left and right.
You got to take those out to the dugout before the game and get your players hyped.
Golly, why didn't I think of that? Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to do that.
What
Do
are
that-
these things?
Do that this week. What you got, Jackson?
What are these things? What are you?
Turtle box. Tell him what turtle boxes are. They're
I can't even
cool.
look. I can't even look at him right now.
I mean, yeah, that's on me. That's on me. It's on me.
So literally, it's a waterproof speaker. You could chuck it in the pool. They found one in the ocean the other day that had been out, in the water for, I don't know, a month or something. Turn it on, it still
awesome.
played.
What?
Yeah,
Oh.
we play one outside the store every day. I want to say this one's about 6 months old that we've been using. So rain, sun, like it doesn't matter. 120 degrees or freezing, it plays. Yeah.
They're all. That's why I bought it, Jackson. Living on the lake, on the boat, it didn't matter if it fell in the water.
Yeah, sound quality is amazing.
My daughter took it to the pool and just put it in the pool.
Yeah.
You what?
Yeah, it just floated around the pool and played.
That's what. Oh yeah. Okay, these things are awesome.
I know they
these things
are.
are really cool. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So that playlist, it needs to be happening on
On a turtle
Oh,
box.
turtle
Yeah,
box.
we were supposed to ask him. We're doing an OOB summer playlist. What have
Yeah.
you been listening to lately?
Man, my new guy is Steven Wilson Jr.
We got to write this down, Jackson.
Yep.
You heard of him?
I have.
Okay.
So probably the best song that you and I would relate to,
Okay.
age-wise, it's called 1994.
Yes.
It's good.
Okay.
It's really good.
I love it.
So I'd go Steven Wilson Jr. next pick, and that's just kind of chill, good. It's not country, it's not rock, it's not Texas country. It's somewhere a mix of all that stuff.
The blend.
Dude is unbelievable. Rolling Stone said he's like, they praised him very highly, and now he's about to blow up.
Okay.
And then just the old trusty, I'd have to go with STP. If I wanted a little
Stone Temple
little
Pilots?
yeah, a little hype.
That's our Pearl Jam Stone Temple Pilots,
Yeah,
1994.
Pearl Jam, yeah, that. I mean, I'd have to have that on my list.
Okay.
Yeah,
You just
for
nailed it
summer.
with Stone Temple
yeah.
Pilots. Good Lord.
All day.
All right, so we've started our OOB summer playlist. We're going to do this with guests, in-studio listeners. We only got a minute, Raggio. I mean, if you want to stay another segment, you can. I mean, it's not like we planned anything today. It's Friday.
I could tell on the way up there. I was like,
You
what
know,
the hell are
I
we talking
mean,
about?
So anyway, Josh Raggio Mercantile Shop, he gets us kicked off with our OOB summer playlist on Spotify. Steve Wilson Jr., the song is 1994, and then Stone Temple Pilots. He's coming in hot. Speaking of hot, Mudbugs this weekend. Mudbugs this weekend, both locations open. We'll be back in a second.
WRKS Pickens Jackson.
Are you ready?
Now live from the Whiskey 61 Lounge inside the BankPlus studio.
Are listening to
Mississippi's #1 sports talk show, The Out of Bounds Show with Bo Bounds. Streaming worldwide live on the Out of Bounds radio app and on your radio at ESPN 105.9. The Zone.
Good morning. Welcome in. Josh Raggio Mercantile Shop in Raymond, joins us in studio. Are we on the cameras? You can watch on YouTube. Search Out of Bounds Sports. We are the Out of Bounds Show. I'm your host, Bo Bounds, Josh Raggio, Jackson Meadows. It's a Friday. We're having fun. Not too serious. We'll let other people do hardcore shin-kicking sports. This show is brought to you by Kessler Prime and the Renaissance. Rack of lamb, bone-in ribeye. It's National Beer Day, so they have Key City beer. At Kessler, they also have Stella Artois, and they have Southern Prohibition. Two of those are Mississippi beers. Key City, Vicksburg, SoPro, Southern Prohibition, Hattiesburg, the Berg, and then Stella Artois is great beer. KesslerPrime.com to make a reservation. Josh Raggio and Raggio Mercantile Shop has Key City beer among other local beers, and Key City is out of Vicksburg. So he's got an awesome selection of craft beers. He's also got cigars and turtle boxes and all kinds of leather goods and fun stuff if you're looking to pick up a gift for someone or a gift for yourself. Nothing wrong with that either. Raggio? I'm glad you made it. You came up the trace this morning from Raymond?
Yeah, I did. I thought, I could have just looked at my MDOT, I guess, app to see what traffic looked like. But I thought, man, I'm cutting this close. If I hit any kind of traffic on the interstate, well, I was basically late anyway, but I was going to be really late. I mean, I was walking in.
7:29 is pretty good.
Okay. So I took the trace, got behind somebody doing, just above the speed limit. And
that's a retired couple that's going sightseeing on a Friday.
Yeah.
And they got to hit some of the places,
6:55.
read the signs, and probably get a good breakfast at somewhere like either Cracker Barrel or a local place.
Oh, heck yeah.
And more power to them. They're about 68.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go 49, though, for somebody like me in 20 years just trying to get somewhere.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
That's going to be me. We hit a Cracker Barrel the other day, believe it or not.
Did you hit some Cracker Barrel? Do you remember what you had?
Oh, yeah, of course I do. It's been 25 years probably.
I haven't been in years.
Yeah. So I coached the Mississippi College Sporting Clays team this year, and we were in San Antonio for 7 days for the National Collegiate Shoot 2 weeks ago. And, so you're in charge of all these kids, and so you're kind of trying to pick somewhere close to the hotel. And I mean, you're worn out from being outside shooting all day and all that. And
affordable.
Yeah. I was like, dang, there's a Cracker Barrel. And for some reason, I was craving pancakes that day or that night.
Nice.
So, we went and, man, I killed some pancakes, some scrambled eggs, some bacon. It was so funny watching these. I mean, it was with VP too. He's ordering chocolate milk and like, it's just, 8:00 at night. I don't know. It was just, it was funny. I don't know. I loved it. It was awesome. And then I spent.
And now.
Like $20 in the front of the store.
All right.
No, you didn't.
Candy.
On all that garbage?
Of course I did.
Oh, man.
Garbage? What are you talking about?
Oh, I mean.
What's your favorite candy?
I don't really eat candy.
Oh, gosh. Jackson, what's your favorite candy?
I mean,
this guy's
from the multitudes of, we got a lot. I'm real big on Sour Patch Kids, real big on bottle caps. I throw it back to the old school bottle caps a lot. Big on Reese's of any sort. I mean, it's anything I can get to sweet, I'm in.
Reese's have to be cold?
I'm a fridge guy.
Well, I'd rather be hot and melty, and then put them with a Tito's White Russian.
I can appreciate certain
little
melted.
dip, boom.
But I can't.
But it gets well, if you're throwing in a drink, that's a little different.
Yeah. All right, so you loaded up on some candy at Cracker Barrel?
Yeah, man. 0 bars are my favorite.
Hot.
If you ever want to, not that anybody's supposed to buy me a gift. If you ever want to bring me something to the store, bring me a 0 bar. I love them. You don't even know what it is, do you?
I do. Those aren't my favorite because it's white chocolate on the outside, right?
White chocolate and nougat.
Yeah, I don't
So it's
like
basically like a Snicker without the.
I want dark
peanuts.
chocolate and caramel and that type deal.
Yeah, you're bougie.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about that, but
Dark chocolate.
Oh, dark chocolate is
Or-
it's a delicacy.
milk chocolate.
Milk
I
chocolate.
don't know what I'm trying to say.
Milk.
There you go.
Yeah.
Milk chocolate.
Milk chocolate.
Yeah.
Okay. That's great that you went to. So let's get back to the Sporting Clays thing because we're
Yeah.
doing a remote from Providence Hill
Oh, really?
in a couple of weeks.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, and I'm very excited about it. And as you know, it's a beautiful place.
Man, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's kind of like one of those things like walking into an MLB ballpark.
Yes.
When you go to Providence, it will, if you've never been to something of that magnitude, it's beautiful. I mean, it's breathtaking. Just the landscape and then, the clubhouse, the barn, the way they have things set up, even just each shooting station is, I mean, I've been to a few around the South, arguably the nicest in the Southeast. As far as going to shoot and entertain, they do events there, that type stuff.
Do they?
It's in the top 2 or 3, at least, and it's 20 minutes down the road.
So we're going to be there for the 2024 Providence Cup. And you just nailed it, Raggio. It's the South's premier sporting experience, but we'll be there May 4th,
Sweet.
if that's a Friday, or May 3rd.
That's a Saturday.
Okay. Well, let me look. Hold on.
Right.
I'll be there May 3rd on a Friday.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
I mean, Cinco de Mayo's on a Sunday.
May 3rd. Yeah, because I got to go to Starkville for that because my buddy rented out a bar for Sunday. That could get ugly.
Yeah, so the 4th is a big deal for Raymond. That's our little country fair. So there'll be 100 vendors set up in the square. I think you and I've talked about that before.
You'll have
big
to come
day
on
for
that
the
week.
store. We'll have a couple thousand people rotate through the store. And so
Food truck, music.
lots of food trucks.
Yeah.
Live music. My wife was actually in charge of entertainment. She did a great job with it. So yeah, that'd be a fun day if you want to just get out and come to Raymond. We also have, I wanted to mention this. This is, our small town doesn't get a lot of pub, but
I lead the way giving y'all pub.
you do. Thank you, Bo. Tuesday, Wednesdays, we have food trucks on the square.
Do you really?
It's like if if you're a salesman or if you want to just get out and go do something a little different, drive 15 minutes, 20 minutes, come on a Tuesday or Wednesday at lunch, come grab, food from the food truck, come over to the store, hang out with us. You can sit outside on a beautiful day.
Smoke a cigar?
Smoke a cigar.
I'm in.
But that's, we've got some cool little things going
In Raymond, Mississippi.
in Raymond, Mississippi, of all places. Yeah.
Josh Raggio Mercantile Shop, Raymond, Mississippi on the square. And we got to get back into this Sporting Clays thing. Do I have time? I got 1 minute. You can stay another segment if you want. How much fun was it to coach the Mississippi College
It was
Sporting Clays team?
It was a lot of fun. It was one of those things that typically I go into something knowing everything about it, or
Right.
I go head first in everything I do. This was a little bit different because I'd never shot competitively before. So there was a challenge of getting caught up on just various, fundamentals techniques to then be able to transfer that to the students. So it was a little different feeling. It ended up being an extremely fun, deal situation in the year. And we're going to shoot a few more times,
Good.
before school gets out, but challenging, but extremely rewarding at the same time.
Love it.
Yeah.
And y'all went to San Antonio.
San Antonio for the Nationals. Had one guy that was in a shoot off for third place in one event and
That's cool.
didn't get it, but yeah,
But
we
still,
did well.
He was in the arena, man.
Hey man, Mississippi
Okay.
represented.
All right. Raggio's in the house. We're having fun here on a Friday. Don't forget that the Briar Patch is open. Speaking of this weekend, French Quarter Saturday tomorrow at the Briar Patch. Now, I've hit it twice in the last month. They've got a great burger, charcuterie board. They do this salmon deal that is amazing. Craft cocktails right there in Livingston, the Briar Patch. Amazing food. It's got a little bit of Charleston, a little bit of New Orleans, a little bit of the Mississippi Delta. Go see Brian Eisenhood and the team at the Briar Patch in Livingston. Good morning. Welcome in on a Friday. This is a big weekend for Chris Lemonis and Mississippi State baseball. They've got it in them. They got to take 2 or 3 from Georgia. People are getting into this. I know. OOB summer playlist. Josh Raggio is joining us in the BankPlus studio. Are we still on the cameras? All right. You can watch the show on YouTube. Search Out of Bounds Sports and Raggio Mercantile Shop in Raymond, Mississippi. But I want to let you know that Raggio got us kicked off. Jackson created us on Spotify OOB summer playlist. Right now we've got Steve Wilson Jr., his song 1994, and we're going to add some Stone Temple Pilots. The first song that I put in there this morning was Great White, Once Bitten, Twice Shy, which is just mic drop type stuff. Now, my friend Becky Bates, another one of our awesome female listeners, says Jane Says Steel Drum Edition by Jane's Addiction. I love Jane's Addiction. Been listening to them for 40 years or 30 years, I guess. 25, 30 years. Golly. So that one will be dropped in. We'd love to hear from you on the Ag Up Equipment text line, 601-885-3776. 885-3776. That's the text line driven by your next John Deere tractor.
What was the first song?
Ag Up
Like,
Equipment.
very first song. Is that it? The one that you put on there that you just mentioned?
Once Bitten, Twice Shy by Great White. They were
Gotcha.
here in 1988 or 9 in the Jackson Coliseum.
Sweet.
Oh,
It's a hair.
Their hair band?
Yeah, it's a hair band.
Okay.
Yeah. I remember this.
Yeah.
I'm old enough.
Great White, White Snake, Poison,
Yeah.
Crew, Motley Crue.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there's some blend here over Metal. Well, no, they weren't a hair band.
Were they not? That doesn't count as one?
I think because they were heavy metal.
Okay.
So, well, this is what's going to happen is you're going to have some kind of hardcore Metallica fan
Right.
that says Metallica can't be a hair band because they were heavy metal and like they're creatively, artistically were more creative than like Poison,
Yeah, okay.
who with
Yeah.
yeah.
I got it. Okay.
I don't care.
No.
I mean, listen to whatever you want, celebrate music. It doesn't make a damn to me. Raggio, what are you thinking right now? It looks like something's going through your mind.
Yeah. I
Maybe
don't-
not.
No, I was just watching this catch this guy just made on the Bills.
Yeah.
Anyway, so, I mean, live would be the band live.
Yeah.
Would be at the top of my list.
Okay.
For sure. Pearl Jam, we mentioned already. Man, I just love that 90s, mid-90s, late 90s.
I'm a big Black Crowes guy.
Grunge-ish.
Everybody knows that on the show. You may not.
I like some of it.
Woo.
Not all of it.
Woo. The temperature just got a little weird in the
hot.
room.
Well, hot.
He kind of waffled on the Black Crowes.
He waffled.
Wow, the Robinson brothers. Okay.
Yeah. You like Grateful Dead?
I don't love them. I like them.
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah.
Party.
They're yeah. I like kind of like Widespread.
Yeah.
That was coming out of the late 80s, early 90s. Widespread was all around here, obviously. I like them. I didn't love them. I didn't have to go tour. You know, I saw them several times. That was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess like if you had to describe what I like some of the new music, of course, but when was that Woodstock? 94?
I think it was 93.
Like our generation, 90.
Yeah,
like-
when they revamped it.
yeah.
Yeah.
All those bands. And then they made a great out. It was like 4 CDs.
Yeah.
Back then.
CDs.
Dang.
Those were the best things ever.
It's a box set of 4.
What a heater.
So like all that music was my music. It still is.
yeah.
Was that year.
You know, I've
that
gotten
whole
into
situation.
Earth, Wind, and Fire and Stevie Wonder lately.
Well,
'cause-
those are staples.
Well, they're awesome. And I've been listening to 3 Commodores, Earth, Wind, and Fire, and Stevie Wonder. But now I'm an empty nester, and I put on my Spotify. I've got surround sound through MS Smart Homes, and I just crank it up. And that's how crazy I am at 50.
Boy, that's you getting wild.
I know.
Wow.
The dog, he can't hear or see, but he loves it. He just hangs out on the couch.
Rex.
Yeah.
Sit
awesome.
down.
Yes.
That's awesome. So Stephen Wilson Jr.
Yeah. I've got to listen to him today on the way to Starkville.
Yes. So I predict him to be in the next year to 2 years on stage at a lot of these award shows.
Okay.
Mark that I said it. Put a bet on it.
Oh, I like that. Jackson Meadows, remember that.
I got it locked in.
Do you like Hardy?
Yeah, I got to meet Hardy the other day.
Nice.
Did you
Yeah,
really?
so we were at NWTF trade show, and myself and my buddies, the 247 crew, a lot of big duck hunters, we threw up, it wasn't private because we sold tickets to it.
Raynar Moody?
Yeah, Renard. So
Renard.
we threw a party, and we basically rented out a whole bar in Nashville, sold tickets to it, and kind of did it, in conjunction with, we're all Sitka guys. And so we find out 3 hours before the deal that Morgan Wallen's coming. And so we kind of had a little balcony, kind of a VIP area, looking down on the dance floor. And there's, bars upstairs, downstairs, all this. And I look over, and Hardy walks in the door. This is before Wallen got there.
Okay.
And it's by himself, just chilling, just kind of walked in. And there was a door guy, and obviously he lets him in. And I was like, well, dang, there's Hardy. I'm gonna go. He's a Mississippi dude, right? I got to just go.
And he's a huge Mississippi State fan.
I know his ear,
yeah.
inner ears have stayed on. So I walk over and it's like, hey man, Josh Raggio, pleasure to meet you. Really, enjoy your music, like what you do, all that. Dude made small talk for 5 minutes with me. It was like talking to any, like your buddy.
Sure.
Wallen, he came in hot.
Oh,
And he was
Don't say.
he was in his element.
Yeah,
I'm just saying
buddy.
that. We got a picture. We said hello, but Hardy, like the most down to earth. We talked hunting, basically.
Love
This is
it.
what we talked. Kind of what he's into, what I like to do. Yeah, great dude, man. I'm a huge Hardy fan.
that's cool. From
And I love
Philadelphia,
his
Mississippi.
music.
Yeah.
Like he came in country, but then he was like,
He kind of,
he was like, I'm just gonna be myself, and
Right.
a lot of himself is rock.
yeah.
And they're playing that, well, on XM where they can.
Sure.
They're hitting those songs, and they're wildly popular for him right now.
Yeah, he's from Philadelphia, Mississippi. Like you said, huge Mississippi State fan, huge baseball fan, and you played college baseball. I met him last year at the Mississippi State baseball game. The athletic department put him in one of the lofts in left field, and Selman was kind enough to ask me to come out there. He's just a dude.
He is.
And they made him some Adidas baseball jersey, real deal, and they
Yeah.
put Hardy on the back.
That's awesome.
And they got him some custom Adidas. And so I walked in when they gave him everything. He was like an 8-year-old kid.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he was jumping up and down and so excited. I just thought that was so cool.
He'll wear it on stage too. I guarantee you.
Hell
wear
yeah,
that.
he
He
will.
will wear that at a concert.
And look, they brought Bully in. He picks up Bully
Dang.
and looks over at whoever, I don't know who all was with him, and was like, take pictures of me. I mean, isn't that cool?
That's awesome.
Yeah. And I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
Bully's
how
a
I
pretty
felt,
big,
yeah.
he's
That's
a pretty
big dog. Yeah,
stout,
hold on now.
thick
Yeah.
dude,
Yeah.
bulldog.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what he weighed, maybe 80 pounds, I'm guessing. But Hardy picked him up and starts getting pictures of him.
Well, I
thought
mean,
that was good.
when we do actually score, yes, doesn't he do all his push-ups?
Who, Bully?
Yeah.
What? Maybe. No, I meant Bully the real dog.
Oh.
Like the
I
real
did too. I was
No.
like, wait, hold on. Okay.
Like
Selman-
they picked up the mascot.
Selman put that's in football, yeah. And they're going to score with Levy. I know this year was a challenge,
That's
but they brought the real Bully bulldog dog in there, and Hardy picked him up and started getting pictures.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Jackson, were you following me on that?
Yeah, I was like, what is going
Sorry,
on?
I didn't
Okay,
explain
yeah.
that.
No, that makes, okay, yeah.
I thought it was a good move.
Don't say
One,
dang.
that they did the jerseys for him.
Yeah.
And a cool pair of Adidas,
Yeah.
custom, because he's already decked out in all Mississippi State. So he immediately puts the jersey on.
I bet.
It's cool to see people do that.
Yeah.
Let down
it
his
is.
guard and act like a 10-year-old, which you need to
Yeah.
do every now and then.
He's on a track. If you look at numbers, and I've just heard this kind of behind the scenes country stuff, but like he's on track. It's a slower track to be more popular, have more downloads than Wallen.
Who?
All right, we got
Easy.
30 more minutes. Are you heading out? Can you do it?
Yeah,
Look at this.
Hold him hostage.
He's going to do an hour and a half. He is Josh Raggio Mercantile Shop. Go to Mudbugs this weekend. Load up on the best crawfish in Mississippi, shrimp, and crab legs. And they have Key City beer and Southern Prohibition. You've got the Dogs versus the Dogs this weekend. This is a big one for Mississippi State. Chris Lemonis, they need to take 2 or 3 over Georgia. It's going to be a little cold, chilly, I guess, for the series. Of course, you'll have Mississippi boys out there. They'll just have on short sleeves. Love it. Love it. But some people have to bundle up. It looks cold tomorrow night. But great weather. You know, sunshine, no rain. Get out to the ballpark and see what David Mershon and that crew can do. Georgia versus Mississippi State this weekend. I haven't seen anything on Nate Dome, but I haven't, peeled through the message boards. But the Mississippi State Bulldogs need to take 2 or 3 from the Georgia Bulldogs. And we'll see how that looks. Dome has not been pitching. They haven't had their ace, but they're surviving. Win 2 or 3. Chris Lemonis is at 6. Only 8 more to get to 14. Punch his ticket in the postseason. He and Gotro and Justin Parker hang around, which is what you want. You can say what you want about Lemonis. He nailed the pitching coach hire. That tells me something. He had to recruit him from South Carolina, which is a phenomenal baseball program. When he's on the hot seat, to come in and be your pitching coach, that's some good stuff. So you want to go on the road. Well, heck, if you win a few more, you may be in contention, probably getting ahead of ourselves to host. But a road regional, he saves his job. And I think that's what you want. You don't want to pay out forfeit. Look, if Ole Miss gets rid of Bianco, you're looking at, I think, $3.2 million to Bianco, assistants, probably $1 million. Bringing in, everybody wants Tony Vitello from Tennessee. That's $2 million. Plus his assistants is another $1 million. Plus support staff. You know, you're at $9 million-ish before you blink. Zach Selman and Keith Carter don't want to spend that much money on a sport that I know you love it. Especially the Bulldogs, but Dogs and Rebs. I know you love it, but it doesn't make money. And so you want to win, and you want to commit to it, and you're paying both of your coaches a ton of money and their assistants. Basically, you've money whipped Jake Gotro out of any job except an SEC job. I mean, he can't even take the Rice job, the Troy job, the Georgia Southern job because he would take $150,000, $200,000 pay cut. We'll see what happens with Bianco. He's 9-31 in his last, I think, 40 conference games. They lost last night. It actually pitched well for a while with Raleigh. It just kind of fell apart in the 5th, and they lost 5-2. So back to Mississippi State. Got to win 2 or 3. We'll see what I think the Duty Noble crowd tonight will be good. Last year's crowds were unbelievable, and they were going on year 2 of losing, and I just couldn't believe it. The place was packed. I didn't really pay attention to the baseball last year. I went out to the left field because if they're not good, I go out and see my buddies in the lounge, and you know the food's amazing, and the grills are going, and the beer's cold, and all that. When they're good, I'm in the stadium, I'm in the chairbacks, and I'm watching. Like when they went through the whole Adam Frazier, Hunter Renfroe teams to Jake Mangum teams to Tanner Allen teams, you know, I'm watching every pitch and I'm locked in the chairbacks. But if you're not good, I just want to go socialize like Jackson Meadows does regardless.
Win or lose, you better socialize.
Right.
I mean, we're here to network.
We're here to network. You could talk to that wall the rest of the day.
But the wall's got a lot to tell me, man.
I know it.
It's got a lot. It's seen a lot.
Josh Raggio in the house, Raggio Mercantile Shop. And speaking of duck calls, how many Major League Baseball players do you think you've made duck calls for?
Oh, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know. 15, 20.
What's the biggest name?
Golly, you put me on the spot, though.
Pitcher or hitter?
First one was a pitcher, actually, Mark Burley, Hall of Fame pitcher.
Okay, we know who that is. I actually know who that is.
Yeah, it was actually a broken bat. So it was a one he hit with, and that was the one he sent me. It was cool. So he signed it. So he was the first, and he was the one that gave me the idea of all the bats that we do. I asked the guys to sign them down on the handle because I don't use that part for the call, and I keep those handles.
Like that
And
Hunter
display
Renfroe you did.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, if we do
That's
something
cool.
for charity, we like that went with the call.
Got it.
When we did that, I guess to essentially prove that this was the bat because you're getting the bottom part of the handle. But the ones I have, I got a signed Freddie Freeman bat the other day.
That's awesome.
So now I'm trying to figure out if I want to cut it up or not.
I guess
You would,
that's-
or-
Well, it depends. You know how you mentioned they make the gloves now,
Yeah.
and they still have the Rawlings deal on there. Is there I don't know if you can do this, but with what you do, can you incorporate the signature? Can you leave it on anything that you do? And
Yeah.
like maybe put a laminate on, I don't know if that's the right word, but something on top of it to keep it.
Yes. Yeah. So that part where he signed towards the sweet spot of the bat.
Okay.
I would actually cut that out, and it would kind of be the stand for the call.
Okay, that's
nice.
that's
Yeah.
pretty dope. So
So usually the part that has their name on it, that's lasered, from
Right.
Louisville Slug or whatever, that part stays like that, gets flipped up, put a peg in it, and that's actually the call stand.
dang.
Yeah. So you actually know whose bat it is, because of that.
Okay, that's sweet.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Man, I've got so many. I've got some, displayed in my store in that glass case, and I'm just drawing blanks on who. I mean, Hunter, obviously, Brian
Hunter
Dozier,
Renfroe.
yeah,
With the Royals now is what you told me, Jackson.
That is correct. Him and
Adam Frazier
both of them.
and Hunter started off with the Royals this year. They're both making really good money. Go ahead, Raja.
man, I
Kershaw?
really-
What?
yeah,
No, it was another
yeah.
Dodger.
Yeah,
Well, there's your winner.
yeah, 5 of them.
5 duck
Yeah,
call,
for,
custom duck calls.
Yeah, for his wedding or for his wedding, gave it to his groomsman.
Groomsman.
Yeah.
Clayton Kershaw.
He's all right.
He's not bad.
He was decent
He's not bad.
once upon a time.
What is
Yeah.
weird is a lot of these are pictures that send me their bats. It's got to,
Well,
They got a bunch of them. They don't. They
and
don't
now
got
they
'em.
don't hit anymore in the NL.
oh, that's right.
How about that?
Yeah. And change the subject a little bit, but the Astros got swept by the Yankees. But
You
game
told me.
5,
Right.
they throw game 5, they come out and throw a no-hitter.
How about this? So
Oh,
for
yeah.
our listeners,
So
hold on,
first
let's
manager-
reset here.
Okay.
People, we forget that we've got listeners coming in and out. We've got Josh Raggio in studio, Raggio Mercantile Shop, Raggio Custom Calls. You can watch the show on YouTube, search Out of Bounds Sports. Raggio just went to Houston last week for the Astros opening day and took his 7-year-old son. He went to 2 games. His son had never flown, which is awesome. And his son got to go down on the field for BP. Raggio's friends with Troy Snitker, who is the hitting coach for the Astros, Brian Snitker's son, who is the manager for the Atlanta Braves, and both of them have World Series rings. Raggio went to the World Series 2 years ago when the Astros won. Who did they beat?
I don't even remember.
Okay, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
But yeah, Joe Espada. So Dusty Baker retired from manager last year for the Astros.
God, I had all his baseball cards.
Espada was the first manager in history to win his first game as a manager with a no-hitter.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, run that back.
All right, so they get swept by the Yankees,
Right.
0-4.
Right.
Monday night, I think they're playing
That's right.
the Blue Jays. They win, obviously, with a no-hitter. So that was his first win as a major league manager, was with a no-hitter.
Okay.
That was that guy's 8th appearance that threw the no hitter.
Set a record.
That was his 8th appearance ever too. So he's young. Both of them coming in with big milestones early. How about it?
No hitter on Monday for the Astros.
Yeah, big deal.
Wow.
Early in the season, man. That's because pitchers typically are not, they really are not dialed in until a few starts,
Right.
Hitters are usually the one, hitting typically is a lot better in the beginning of the year. So for a no-hitter to come out 5th game, it's pretty unheard of. Really cool.
And you saw Craig Biggio and Andy Pettit.
So yeah, Pettit I looked up first game and I was like, oh, there's Andy Pettit. Like he was just kind of standing around before they were taking BP. And then I look back up, and he's out there throwing BP. Man, you're Andy Pettit. You're out there throwing BP to the kids. We got to meet Reggie Jackson. He came over and hung out with Jet and I.
God, I hear he's a, you know what?
He was very kind to us.
Good.
He was very kind.
We've got his number, and our guy where we get the number said, just know, heads up, he could be a, da-da-da.
Yeah, so,
but I'm glad he was nice to you.
Yeah, I mean, he was coming over to
He
speak
was
to
a hell of a
somebody,
baseball player.
And I said, I say, Reggie, do you sign autographs? And my son's standing here, and he kind of looked at me and kind of gave me that kind of a smile, smirk, and he grabbed his hat, my son's hat. And he's clearly holding a baseball,
Right.
that everybody signed. And he signs his hat, and then he grabbed his baseball and he signed his baseball
Really?
on the sweet spot. Which, if you know baseball, you don't sign the sweet spot. The manager signs the sweet spot. He signed it on the sweet spot.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's Reggie Jackson.
Hold on real quick. He's 77 years old.
Yeah. He's a special advisor for the Astros or something.
Of course he is.
But, but of
Well, he
course,
played for the Yankees.
Yeah. So he knew all the Yankees guys. He hung out with them and
Okay.
Aaron Boone, and they were all kind of hitting it off there on field.
That's what I want to be. In about 7 or 8 years, I want to be a special advisor in sports marketing, because basically you get paid, and I'm thinking you take a conference call mid-morning
With who?
whoever
Yeah.
the hell wants to take
Right,
it. I mean,
yeah,
it could be Raggio,
Yeah.
could be you, and then you maybe do a couple more things, and then you're kind of done.
Kickback.
So that I'm going to be a special advisor to somebody in sports marketing in about 7 or 8 years.
You get bored.
Consultant.
I probably would.
Yeah, no doubt. 100%.
Bored.
I mean, I always do either radio or podcast, but I was thinking that sounds special. I'm going to get a business card made up, special advisor to something. I just don't know yet what.
It doesn't have. It just all it has to
I
say
can
is
be special
advisor.
advisor to Raggio Industries.
There you go.
Yeah.
Because by then, Raggio will have, who knows, building this empire, and I'm just going to hang out.
Get a check.
Well, I love to smoke cigars.
Right.
I love to have a beverage, and I can BS.
Hey,
And I met a bunch of cool people.
networking, man.
Network.
Network is
You're
your
paying
network.
for your network.
As Blake used to say, I'm a professional.
A professional networker?
I don't know what I am,
I can
actually.
concur.
As I've turned 50, I'm like, what exactly do I do? Anyway, Out of Bounds, ESPN 105.9 The Zone, brought to you by the Briar Patch in Livingston. Today, they have happy hour later this afternoon when they open. And then tomorrow morning at 11 a.m., they have French Quarter Saturday at the Briar Patch in Livingston. We're hanging out with our friend Josh Raggio Mercantile Shop, also Raggio Custom Calls. I would follow both accounts on Instagram. He does a great job with photography and all kinds of cool stuff. And then we've got Jackson Meadows in the house. It's a Friday. I'm not going to do any kind of deep dive. Y'all know the drill. Mississippi State, Georgia, you need to win. Ole Miss is facing a monster. They're up in Baum. They have a Thursday, Friday, Saturday series. And they lost last night, although they played well. They pitched well for over half the game. And then things you can't make. Here's the problem with Arkansas. You can't make any mistakes. I mean, literally, if you sneeze on the field, they'll take advantage of it. And Van Horn, you went against maybe the best in the country. Skeens was the best in the country last year, and we all went through that with LSU. You look at what Van Horn and his staff does on the mound, it is sick. And that's some filthy dudes. So we'll see if Ole Miss can grind out a W. But Mississippi State has a chance for the postseason, but they got to win this series, and then they go to Ole Miss next week. And we'll be at Finch and Kelly on the square in Oxford next Thursday. I'm looking forward to that. Raggio.
Skeens has a pretty good life right now.
What?
Who does?
Skeens.
Skeens has a great life. What do you get? $7 million
Got Livy Dunn.
signing bonus, and then he's dating the girl. What is she? A gymnast or
gymnast?
Gymnast.
She'll be an Olympic gymnast. Yeah, surely.
Yeah, she's making that much on NIL.
NIL.
She's making millions. He got the big signing bonus.
Yeah, power couple.
Power couple. Great. Yeah.
That's it.
Good. That guy,
Man.
Paul Skeens, comes into LSU and lived. This is rare. lived up to the billing.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, just woo.
Well, and he's still doing it.
He is. He's playing
Yeah.
the ball. I mean,
he's the real deal.
he is. He's actually really good.
Yeah.
You see a pitcher taking that early in the draft, there better be a dang good reason.
7.7.
7.7 million.
I'll be a special advisor
Yeah.
at 7.7.
Oh, I will too. Yeah, I like that. Special advisor. It sounds so cool.
Slash
So
professional network.
Yeah.
Yeah. Professional networker.
Professional networker. That's great. Okay, do you want to give anything? All right, so we've got 9 minutes or less, 8, something like that. Is there something in the shop? Do you want to give away a gift certificate, or do you want to give like a Rawlings wallet? You may not have enough. Or is there something in the shop that you want to give away?
Sure, we'll do a wallet.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So
So
we got the white ones that have the red stitching.
They look
the baseball.
good.
Those are so sweet. And then we have the brown ones made out of the gloves. So,
Like that.
Yeah, how you want to give it away?
well,
It's a tough one.
we've got to ask a question through the Ag Up Equipment text line so that people can enter.
Yeah. Or they can follow me on Instagram and send both of us
Okay, I like that better.
the best recipe. How do you cook wild turkey?
I don't know how to cook wild turkey.
That's why you need to know.
That could like narrow it down to like 2 people listening.
Maybe,
Okay, yeah.
maybe.
Let's do something
Bad
where we
idea.
can
Whatever
get,
you wanna
at least 10, 20 entries. Do the songs?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Let's do that.
Yeah.
All right. So he's giving away. Explain to him what the Rawlings wallet is real quick.
So this company takes gloves, old gloves, and they cut them up and then they sew them back into wallets. You can see pictures of them on the website, on Instagram, on Razio Mercantile. I think I posted them yesterday or day before.
You did.
So they're a bifold with a money clip on the inside, enough space to hold your cards. Like it's not like a child's wallet.
No, this is a dude.
Like we're talking
Aren't
about
they
like
cool,
a cool,
Jackson?
like when you think glove, and Raleigh, I mean, it's like, it's not a
Okay.
12-year-old wallet.
Well, and do you remember how cool it was when you were 6 or 7 years old and you got your glove?
oh,
A
yeah.
Rawlings glove. Or
The
do you remember
glove.
how awesome that was to go out and play? It was minor league baseball then. It's coach pitch now. But when you went with your dad to the store and picked out your glove, and then you went home and you oiled it up, and you had to put a baseball in it and a rubber band around it to get that thing ready for the season. And then you had to kind of hit it on the ground. You had to get a little dirt on it. And then you started, you practiced for a couple of weeks for your first game. You thought that was the coolest thing ever.
Oh yeah, you put
No,
it
it
under your
was.
bed.
Yeah.
on your mattress,
Absolutely.
slept
Hell,
on
you had it
so
on your bed, beside
no,
you.
but in between your mattress and your
Oh, yeah.
Get it
to-
broken in.
box. Yeah,
Got
to,
it.
Put some weight on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Troy was telling me. So his dad bought his grandkids, 2 grandsons, new Rawlings gloves actually, and so he got up to spring training. Troy did. And he had to get them broken in because these kids are like 8, 9, so they can't squeeze it yet,
Yeah.
To break them in, Troy had to sit there in front of a pitching machine and just feed balls through it, catch them. So now they're broken in for the 9-year-old twins.
I love
the
it.
Snicker twins.
So he's got 9-year-old
No, they're not. I mean, they're his sister's kids.
sister's kids.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool if your uncle is the hitting coach for the Houston Astros.
And your grandfather coaches the Braves.
That's right. And he's a World Series champion, too, and used to coach the M Braves. And that's why we've got the bobblehead up there. All right, real quick.
So
How do you
songs.
enter? So, Raggio Mercantile Shop's giving away a Rawlings wallet. Enter in. We did an OOB summer playlist. Give us 3 songs that you would have on the OOB summer playlist. Enter via the text line 601-885-3776. We'll pick a winner. You'll have to go to Raymond, Mississippi, Raggio Mercantile Shop to pick it up. And then you can buy something else while you're there. Right?
Yeah.
So, where is
Excellent.
Sitka, by the way?
Based out of Bozeman, but they have
Montana?
Yeah,
Okay.
storefronts in Dallas, and they just opened one in Atlanta last month.
Okay.
Yeah, in the Battery actually, which is right there around the stadium.
I've been. I spent a couple of days there when I went to see Shohei pitch against the Braves.
Yeah, it's they're doing some big
Batteries.
things.
Awesome.
Yeah, lots of cool stuff. We're doing some pictures and filming for some future things.
You and I need to go over there this summer.
Yeah, we do.
Look, I went two summers ago because SEC Media Days was there, football.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did a Braves game, and Shohei was pitching for the Angels. And I went to, there's a Rocky Patel cigar bar in the Battery, and it is upscale and nice. And my man, you would love it. Beautiful humidor, beautiful bar, and you can throw a rock to the stadium.
Yeah.
I went like 4 times
That's
over a
awesome.
couple of days. It's nice.
Feels like Wrigley.
Yes.
Like Wrigleyville, you walk
I've seen
around.
it, but I haven't been.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
awesome.
The Battery's awesome. You got hotels there. You got restaurants. There's a super high-end Tex-Mex place that Robert St. John put me on. I went there. It's great.
Yeah.
You would
Yeah.
love it as a baseball nut.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, done. All right, Josh Raggio in the house. Anything else you want to share with us? That was an awesome hour and a half. I'm so glad you came in, and there were fun stories. And
Yeah, man. Hey, if you're into I heard you mention custom clothes earlier.
yeah,
So we are the only storefront in the country that sells Blue Delta jeans. So where you can come physically get measured at the Mercantile, you can pick your fabrics, pick your jean, your thread colors, pay for them there, and they'll show up at your house in 2 to 4 weeks,
Oh, wow.
however far they're backed up. So yeah, come see us. We'll get you measured for Blue Deltas.
It's a good thing.
Blue Delta jeans. You can get measured up at Raggio Mercantile Shop in Raymond, Mississippi. All right.
That's the way to move it. Get what you pay for there.
Do you have a big coach pitch game tonight?
No, we don't have no until next week.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't even know. Oh, well, I was just looking at the weather when you were talking about that. So we're gonna kill a turkey in the morning.
All
There
right.
you go.
Done deal.
All right. So Raggio's calling it. He already got one the first week of turkey season. And he's had a pretty good month. He got a turkey first week of turkey season, and he went to Astros opening day when they played the Yankees with his son. That's
San Antonio shooting.
and San Antonio
7
with the
days.
Mississippi College Sporting Clays team, which sounds awesome too.
Yeah. Yeah, it has been a good month.
Yeah. If you want to come hang out with me May 3rd, I'll be out at Providence Hill.
Yep. Definitely might be there.
Okay. All right. I've got some buddies that are members out there, and they are eating up with shooting and the whole thing. And I've done it twice, but these guys are on another level.
There's a lot of guys that take it very seriously, and they're very, very good at it.
Yes, they
They're
are.
very good at it. It's fun to watch somebody that's that good.
I hope you have a great weekend, man.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me, bud.
Follow Raggio Mercantile Shop on Instagram and Raggio Custom Calls on Instagram. The show is brought to you by Fleetway Market and the Market Cafe in Gluckstadt. Lunch today with the blue plates and the rib. Ooh, go pick up a couple slabs of ribs from Fleetway Market and the Market Cafe in Gluckstadt. Market Cafe in Gluckstadt. They've still got the breakfast sandwiches out right now, but the blue plates and the smoked meats that they cook fresh daily is all powered by Fleetway Market and the Market Cafe in Gluckstadt. We're live in the BankPlus studio. If you missed anything from this week, we had some great interviews. You can go to Spotify or Apple Podcasts and search Out of Bounds with Bo Bounds. We're live in the BankPlus studio. Hour number 3 coming up.